This is so dumb. This is so bad.
Hi guys, my name is Maybelline. This is my first YouTube video. My first look is going to be something that I do all the time. I wear it anywhere I have to go, even on a daily basis. I'm using the Maybelline the Nudes palette. One of my favorite palettes, actually. Very cheap, almost like $13, I think. Okay, to jump straight into the look, I'm going to start with my e.l.f. Daily Moisturizing Moisturizer, Daily Hydration Moisturizer. For primer, I'm going to actually use two primers. I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. My second primer is going to be my very dirty e.l.f.'s Poreless Face Primer. I'm just going to put this in my T-zone, on my nose, my center of my forehead, my chin, and actually right on the sides of my nose. It's where my pores are the biggest. Rub that in, making sure to push it in to the pores to fill them. Today for foundation, I'm going to be using my MAC Matchmaster foundation. I'm in the shade 1.0, probably the lightest shade they have. I'm going to use that and apply it with my Morphe M439 brush. Great kabuki brush. Just give this a good shake. And I'm going to dispense it on the back of my hand. Just about 2.5, 3 pumps. Buff it in with this brush. This foundation color is going to be a little light for my skin, but we're going to fix that with bronzer and powder. Done buffing. After I'm done buffing, I always go strokes down, because everyone has little hairs on their face. They're called peach fuzz, and when you're buffing, you're lifting up the hair and placing product underneath it, and it makes the hair more prominent. So if you go down with it, with the brush strokes at the end, it will press the hairs down to your face and you won't be able to see them. So before I go in with concealer, I'm going to do my brows. To do my brows, I'm going to be using the Bold Brow by City Color. It's the eyebrow powder. There's a cool toned brown and a warm toned brown. I'm going to be using this cool toned. You can see it's loved by me. I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild angle brush just to be filling in my eyebrows. Today for concealer, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. I then take a domed shape concealer brush and just clean up the brows with the concealer. I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my eyelids. So then I'm going to take one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes called the Nudes by Maybelline. I'm going to take this cream shadow right here. I'm just going to apply this all over the lid with a big fluffy brush. Now that I set the eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be taking this light gray color from the same palette, and I'm going to be putting that as my transition color. Using a BH Cosmetics blending brush, just a really big fluffy blending brush. Okay, so when I have them looking even, I'm going to take the same brush with a little bit of the first color we laid down, the base, and just blend it right near the brow bone. This way we get the softest blend we can. Next, I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to be taking the darker gray color right next to it. I'm going to be working this more in the outer corner, but also bringing a little bit up into the crease. I go back in with the same brush I used before, and I take the same light color, and I go right on the outer edge of what I just put that color. This way we get a seamless blend. So I'm liking the way this is looking so far, so I'm going to start the other eye. I'm going to take the black color in here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the darker gray, except I'm not going to go in the crease. Today I'm actually going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette, and I'm going to be taking the color Treasure. It's a beautiful champagne. I'm going to be taking that on a really, really tiny detail brush just so I can get it where I really want it. And I'm going to be taking my setting spray, and I'm going to be spraying it so that it's damp. Take my transition brush and just blend the top so that we have no harsh lines. Also going to be taking from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, going to be taking the base, I think it's a base shadow, Champagne Truffle, and I'll be putting that on my lid too, right on top of where I put Treasure. I'm actually just going to use my finger for this. I'm going to again take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Fair Neutral and just apply that under my eyes. I'm going to be taking my little Kabuki concealer brush and just blending out the concealer. Then I'm just going to take my ring finger and just tap it out. To set under my eyes, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild contouring palette in Dulce de Leche, and I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques setting brush and just taking that fair color and setting my under eyes. And then I'm going to take my True Match Super Blendable Powder by Loreal, and I'm going to be taking it in the shade W3. I'm going to be putting that all over my face with a ginormous Expert Powder Brush by Icing. Then I'm going to be taking my NYX blush in Taupe with my Wet n Wild angle brush, putting that on the brush, and tapping the excess off. Then I'm going to be putting that in the hollows of my cheek for my contour. Then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Glam Bronze Bronzer in Light, it's a limited edition one, with my blush brush from Real Techniques. Using this to bronze up the face and give a little warmth. For blush, I'm going to be using my Tarte and Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette, and I'm going to be using the blush color called Does This Thing Really Work? And I'm going to be taking that on an Icing powder brush, angled powder brush. For highlighter, I'm going to be taking, also from the Swamp Queen palette, I'm going to be taking Gator Wings on a different Real Techniques setting brush. I'm also going to be taking Champagne Truffle from the Chocolate Bar palette, the same one we used on the lid. To set my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama in Deep Brown. For lashes, I'm going to be using my Holy Grail Ardell Wispies. going to be taking the Ulta Voluptuous Volume mascara. I'm just going to be putting a little bit on. Going back to my lower lash line, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline the Nudes palette again. I'm going to be taking an angled brush, and I'm going to be taking the black and the dark gray, and I'm going to be lining my lower lash line. I'm going to take my Covergirl Clump Crusher mascara. I'm just putting that on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take, for lips, I'm going to take my Rimmel Lasting Finish lip liner in 1000 Kisses. I'm just going to line them. But today I'm going to take NYX Liquid Suede in Soft Spoken. Now while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Fix setting spray, and I'm going to spray this all over my face. Okay, so that's the finished look. I really hope you like it. It's a really classic look. You can wear it with, it matches anything. You can wear it with anything. You can wear it anywhere. Maybe just tone down the black a little bit. But I love it for like a night out or for a special occasion. It looks great with everything. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you like this look. If you want to see more from me, just give me a thumbs up in the down bar below and subscribe, and I will be sure to get videos out more frequently. Thanks for watching.